Hi everyone, and welcome to Mail Something Pretty. I have these adorable little bag boxes to show you. So it kind of looks like a box on the bottom, but then the top looks like a bag, and they're so super cute. And so these ones, I use the Storybook Moments paper. I was thinking for kind of Easter, but you can use any paper you want, and they're just so cute, and they're not hard at all to make, and I want to show you how I did that. I actually was inspired by Jacque Williams, who's a demonstrator in New Zealand, and she had made these ones with this paper. I copied exactly what she did, except for my tag's a little different than hers. And I just thought, I just love them, and so I wanted to show you how I made them. So we're going to start for our base of the bag box, which I have here. I used basic beige. See it here too, and I'll show you two differences. You can kind of see this one I did it so you could see kind of the bottom around it, and then this one I did it so it was flush. So I'll show you the differences there too. But for the base we need just whatever color you want, and it needs to be 4.5 by 4.5. So I'm just going to cut my paper to 4.5 square. And then we're going to score 1 inch on all sides. So I'm just going to score 1 inch all the way around. It's pretty easy to remember. All right. So then, put that aside. We are going to just make a couple little cuts. So I want to cut right on the score line and right up until that score line. So a little tab here on both sides. I don't think I went up enough here. And then I want to do the opposite side. So I'm going to turn it 180 degrees around. And then I'm going to cut right on those score lines. And what that does, it's just kind of the basis for like a bottom of a box. Like that. So just fold it all in. And I'm just going to glue the little tabs together. If you are making your bag box so that you don't see anything on the bottom, then it doesn't matter if you glue your tabs on the outside or if you glue them on the inside, because you're not going to see anything, so it doesn't matter. If you want to see a little bit at the bottom of the box, then you want to glue your tabs so that they're on the inside, just so that way you don't see the seam. So I haven't decided yet, so kind of the err on the side of caution. I'm just going to glue my tabs on the inside, and then I can decide after. So I'm just going to fold those, which didn't really crease mine so good. I'll just get a little crease with my finger. I usually use a bone folder. All right, so these tabs are going to go on the inside. So what I'm going to do, like that, I'm just going to put a little glue here and a little glue here, like that. And I'm just going to close that, and I just want it to be, a 90-degree angle. And close that one. Give it a little pinch to dry. And I do like using my glue because the glue is pretty strong. You can use tear and tape. We actually are going to use tear and tape in another part of this, but for this part, use either glue or tear and tape. We need something strong because, anytime we do boxes or bags or 3D projects, we want to have a strong adhesive. So my go-to is this glue. All right, so there's kind of the bottom of a very simple box. I'm just going to set that aside for a second, let it dry, and now we are going to choose our paper. So I haven't decided which paper I want to do. So I will do something different, a different pattern, just so you can see something, 3 different patterns. But this is the Storybook Moments paper. Let me actually take them out so you can kind of see. We have a nice garden theme. And we have, put that aside, this is the Storybook Moments, the little houses. We have vegetables, we have some green. This really wouldn't work. It's kind of cool paper, but it's not going to work for this project because you wouldn't have a nice continuous pattern. You have the little rabbit scene, some strawberries. That might be it. All right, so the other thing you want to do is you want to pick a pattern. So we are going to fold over the paper. So this is the one, that little Peter Rabbit paper that I'm calling Peter Rabbit paper, and fold it over, you see the strawberries. And then this, the little garden paper, you fold it over and you see this little wild wheat, nice pattern. So some of the patterns on the back side, like that would work. Let's see. Don't know if that would work. So you'd have kind of, I think that'd be a little bit busy. You could do it, but I think it's a little bit busy, so I don't think that's a good candidate. The green certainly would work. Oh, nope, that one's not going to work. Put those aside. This one I already have, so I know that one works. And that one I already have. Where's the other one that I don't have? I think it's this one. All right, so the cute little chipmunks. And then that folded over is blue. So we'll do this one. And I'm just going to cut it at 6 inches. So I'm just going to cut it directly in half, paying attention to the pattern. So I want my pattern to be in the landscape direction versus if I was to cut it this way, then when you go to make your box, the paper would be kind of sideways. So I don't want that. So I want to cut 6 inches right here. All right, so the pattern of the box will be that way. And on the top, I want to score 1 inch because we're going to fold that over. So just make sure when you're looking at it, you want it to be on the top. Don't score it so hard that it rips when we fold it over. So I did a light score. Let's see if I did it too light or not. So I'm going to fold it over. So that nice blue, like that. So now what we want to do, we want to grab your tear and tape. Let's see where mine went off to. Here it is. All right, so I'm going to flip it to the wrong side or the inside. And I'm going to put tape all along the bottom. You could use, you want a strong adhesive, right? The Seal Plus is just as strong. I'll just tear it because that's why they call it tear and tape. It's just as strong, except for it would just be sticky, so just be careful because right now I'm just going to leave the backing on there. And then you can do either side, just pick one. So the right or left doesn't matter. And then just go all the way down. So I was kind of saying it's like an L, but I guess it's actually, this one is a backwards L. But as long as you have one side. So now we're going to take the base of our box, and I'm not going to peel that off yet. But if I was going to do it so you could see a little bit, I would stick it on so you can see a little, 1/4 inch or so of the bottom. And then if I don't want you to see the bottom, I would just make it flush. So for this one, I think I'm just going to do flush. So I'm going to peel off just the bottom layer of the whole tear and tape. And I'm going to start just in the corner. And again, you either make it flush or you can raise it up about 1/4 inch. And I'm just going to stick it on one side. And then I'm just going to, I don't have any score lines or anything, and that's fine. So I'm just going to stick it along the edge like that, so you can kind of see the bottom. I'm going to keep going, and I forgot to mention, I didn't even glue that down because you don't need to. You can, but you don't need to. And I'm just going to go wrap this all the way around until I get to the end. Okay. So here I am at my end. Oh, silly me. Look at, I did the wrong side. That's all right. Start with the side that doesn't have your tear and tape on there. But if you do what I just did, no big deal. Just put some more on there. Maybe I should have said start that way. So now I'm going to take this part off. And I'm just, so I have sticky on the bottom and I have sticky on the side. Stick the bottom down and then I'm going to stick the side. Like that. So you have your little bag. So, well, whoever's going to get this is going to see that, but that's okay. So now what I want to do is actually squish the top. So my seam is in the back. I'm going to just kind of close that shut. Just squish it. And I'm going to, I just want it to have a nice press. Squeeze it, close like that. And it actually stays closed all on its own. So then you have this really cute little bag box. I just love it. It's a nice size. You can kind of fit a lot in there. Okay, so now we can kind of embellish. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to take some of the spare beige that I had, and I'm going to stamp, just looking for my punch. Oh, here it is. So these, the ones here, I just punched, I don't even remember what it's called. It was kind of a detailed square. I just folded it in half and just laid it on there. But I have this keeping tabs punch and the stamp set. So I thought that this would work really well. And that's what I used on these. You can kind of see the tab and it folds over on its own. So that's what I'm going to do. And you could leave it plain, but I figured I might as well stamp. Make it decorative. So when I stamp before I punch, I look at the back side because I'm going to punch it from this direction, and I look to see the direction of the stamp. So it's going to go this way, so I'm going to stamp it this way because it will be easier. I'll show you in a second what I'm talking about. To punch. Because if I was going to hold it and go this way, that doesn't line up. I don't know if you have that light in there. I have that light. But this way I can line it up. And now I can just punch that out. So this particular stamp, there's different, I use this one, but you have different options. And then it just folds in half like that. So you can either, depending on your pattern, you could have that pattern on the front, or, oops, you could have this pattern on the front. I think for this one, I'm going to have this one on the front. And all I'm going to do is put a little glue and just glue it on the back side. I don't want any glue on the top because I want to be able to open up that box. So I'm just going to eyeball the center and give it a squeeze. Maybe look to see that it's straight. Like that, and so that way when I open the box, that's not glued shut. Okay. All right, so now what we're going to do is I'm going to use, I've already actually pre-cut several of them because this is for an event. We're doing an event and we're doing this project. So I've already cut a whole bunch of these little tabs out of the, and then that's the back side, all the different plaids. And that's from the, I forget what it's called, the Timeless Plaid Papers, which coordinates with this suite, the whole Storybook Moments suite. So I think, I'm just looking what colors I already used. I wanted to use something different. Oh, I already used that one. Does that match? I'll do that one. Okay, they all match. They all coordinate. All right, so I'll do that, and then I'm just going to stamp. Oh, I don't know if I brought up a little, I had my little Easter greetings. I was just looking for that. Okay, this is what I was looking for. I just want to stamp a little greeting. So this is the coordinating stamp set, the Storybook Friends. It has all these fun little characters, the bunnies and the chipmunks and the hedgehog. They're cute, but you have Easter greetings, somebody loves you, welcome little one, happy spring, thank you so much, and hello friends. So I think they're just super cute. So let's see, I have an Easter greetings, I have a happy spring. I guess I'll do a hello friend. The other thing you could do is this paper pack includes 2 sheets of these pre-cut out characters, and so like I have a whole bunch. I've already punched out a whole bunch, and so you could always, if you didn't want words, you could always, well, maybe I'll do it on that one. I was gonna stamp happy spring, but maybe I'll even just stick on a cute little chipmunk. So I'm just gonna take some ribbon here. Just gonna fold it in half and cut. And this ribbon also has this beautiful scalloped edging. It's all part of the same suite. So we're just gonna stick this through and then just tie it with this little trick that I like to do. Put it down. I'm gonna put a block on it so it doesn't move. I'm going to take some linen thread here and just tie a little, either tie a knot or tie a bow. I think I made my ribbon too long. Trim that. That. Oh, wait. So then we can, I have these whole bunch of these cute little, I have some silver gold. They're just from all different kits and projects. I'll just use the silver one. And then I just kind of clip it on there so it holds on there. And then if you had the words, you can just put that on there. I'm just going to use my dimensionals for this guy. And stick that on there. So cute. I just love this project. So let me show you the 3 versions of this paper. So you have the little rabbit paper, you have the chipmunk paper, and then you have some gardening paper. And it really is a good amount to put something inside. So I hope you like it. Thank you very much for watching. If you don't already receive my emails, please sign up. And you can go right to my website at mailsomethingpretty.com and you can sign up for the emails, and I send something out every Tuesday. So I hope you like the project. Please let me know. Thanks so much for watching. Have a great day.